Okay, once again, this is just a brief overview of the ideas of linear regression because I'm going to send you a link that has a much more detailed discussion of this. It's a statistics topic, and I have whole videos on that. So, just real quick, what we said in the last video is we'd make this scatter plot where we showed the number of we're trying to establish a relationship between, in this case, the chirps of a cricket and the temperature outside. So we just had all this data and we plotted it, and it appeared to be a line. Now, just really quickly, these data points are what helped us establish this line, this linear model that we came up with. And so if we want to try to take guesses about what would happen, the best way to do that is we should be looking at chirps somewhere in here that fit into the box between our data points. When you start to move out of that, like the model does extend over here and over here, but when you get out of that range, you're into something called extrapolation. It was built on these data points, and weird things can happen outside of there where the model may not truly hold up. So it can lead to some bad speculation to try to say, okay, well, this is what's going to happen if I had only 5 chirps or maybe above 50. That really wasn't in the scope that allowed us to build this linear regression model, the line. Okay, so it's bad to extrapolate. It's bad to be outside of that box because bad things could happen. So here what they're just saying is, okay, we had our model. Let's just be careful. 30'd be okay because this was inside of our range. So 30 was inside the box here. So this would be interpolation. But if we went with 40, I don't even know, well, 40's in there too. Yeah, so again, well, they're saying 40 is outside their range, but that isn't true. Yeah, that's not really true. 40 is in this box. It's still within the data, so I don't agree with them there. But that's what their point is. They're just trying to give you, if you've got chirp numbers, you want to keep it in the range of that data set. You don't want to go to either of the extremes because your data wasn't built upon that. Okay, now they're telling you how to set up a linear regression. And what you do on your calculator is you're going to go to a table, and you're going to, in statistics, you're going to set up a table with a list 1 and list 2 of the different, here would be your chirps, here would be the temperatures. And you'd set all of those in as a pair, like as a set of ordered pairs in your calculator. And then the calculator will then calculate this linear regression formula for you. Now, once you've got it, the point of these formulas is that you could then use them to select what you think might happen at any year that perhaps you didn't have data for. So again, this is a little bit of a tricky example where they're saying the years. What they've done is they've changed these into, this is year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. So these here would go in list 1, and then the consumption would go in list 2. You're going to run this command called linreg a plus bx. It'll give you the slope will be b in this case, the y-intercept will be a, and you can build that line. It's going to do it for you. It'll be the line that runs through those dots the best, minimizing the distance of all the dots from that line. And then what we could do is make some estimates. What do we think would happen in 2008, which would be year 14? You plug that in and crunch it. And here's what we think would happen based on the evidence we had in creating this line. Okay, now that's just a super quick overview. Again, I would link you to my statistics videos that cover this in a great more depth, but that's the idea. Linear regression is, so a scatter plot is saying, hey, what's the relationship appear to be like between two variables? If that appears to be a line that it's making, so, well, correlation tells us how good of a line we think it appears to be, how strong that relationship appears, and then we could use linear regression to put that line literally through there, which would allow us to create a mathematical model which can predict things based on this information that we've gathered. So again, I've got much more for you in some other videos.